record. All right, guys, happy Wednesday, happy Wednesday, happy Wednesday. Big waves out there. And if this is your first Zoom with me, yes, we do two-handed waves because it's more fun and it's more connecting. So wave with us, look a little bit crazy with us, and we are going to have an incredibly exciting half hour. So this is our basic getting started training, and we're always honored to invite people on here to learn how they can have more success with our beautiful company, which is PartnerCo. So thank you so much for joining me. My name is Andrea Rosser. I have had the privilege of being part of this company since its inception, and I've been part of this beautiful industry for about 15 years now, and it has truly blessed every single aspect of my life. So I'm excited to jump on here and share a little bit of the information that we got to help you start your business in the right direction. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here. And we're going to be doing a basic getting started training. And let me add a little caveat in here that I am going to make the assumption when we're on here that one, you already know how to use boards. So if you have an iPhone and you know that you're going to open up Facebook and you're going to do your work in Facebook or Instagram or Messenger, if you have an Android, you know how you can share with an Android that's a little bit different. You actually go into boards and you copy the text first and then you share the picture. So I'm going to assume that you know how to use boards. But if you're on here and you're saying, "Ooh, I don't know how to use boards," or "I'm not quite comfortable with it," or "I don't have that set up yet on my phone," well, I'm going to ask you to message me when this is over. And I usually get quite a few, so it takes me a minute to get back to you, but I promise I'll get back to you as quickly as I can to help you get started with boards. Because that can be a minute. It's a brand new program for a lot of people. So just know, have a little bit of patience. If you don't have that back knowledge, we'll get it to you. And I'm actually going to put my phone number right here in the chat. And so you can grab that. Please try to text me after, because otherwise my phone will blow up the whole time. And I would appreciate focusing a little bit here. And thank you for my helpers today. Greatly appreciate that. And we're going to go ahead and kick this off. So first thing that I want to make sure that everybody has done on their account. So most of the work that we talk about here is via Facebook. You might work in Instagram, you might work in TikTok or, Snapchat. I don't know. You might be in some of the other programs, but this is all going to be focused around Facebook. And then you can transfer that into the other social media programs. But one of the first things that I would recommend is that you turn on professional mode on your Facebook. And so what that allows you to do is schedule your posts. I know you're busy, and I know how simple it is to post twice a day. And I also know how easy it is to forget, to get distracted. I think I only got one at my appropriate time yesterday. I ended up doing one later on in the afternoon just by mistake, right? I just forgot, I got busy and I didn't schedule it. So scheduling allows us to make sure that we're super consistent with our posts. Turning on professional mode allows us to have that ability to schedule. And so what that looks like is when you go open up your profile on Facebook, there's going to be three little dots. That's going to open up a menu that will look something like this, where it will say on yours, if you're not there yet, it's going to say turn on professional mode. Flip that on. It's going to take about 24 hours typically for it to be enabled. But then from that point forward, when you go to make a post, instead of you saying post in the upper right-hand corner, you'll have the ability to say next. And then the second line down will allow you to schedule it. So that would be the first thing that I would highly recommend that everybody get done so that they're able to be a little bit more consistent. Now, the next thing is some resources that you're going to want to have loaded onto your phone. So the first line that you see on your screen, and if you take a screenshot, it's going to turn all of these back into links on your phone. So go ahead and grab a screenshot so you can highlight and you won't have to type in all this stuff. If you already have boards, hopefully you do, you can actually find all of this on boards. But if you don't have it yet, you can grab it right here. Again, you can text me after and I can send you a form that will have all the links in it as well. But these are the tools that we want in our tool belt. They're the items that we want in our pocket so that we're able to build appropriately and the easiest way possible. So first of all, boards, you've heard me mention it 42,000 times already, and we're only 5 minutes in. So that might tell you kind of how I feel about it, how important it is. Boards is the background or backbone of our system of growth, and it's what allows us to do all the incredible things that we do and bring all the people on board with us. So go ahead and get that downloaded. Next is Telegram. So Telegram we use for two different reasons. This one that you see right here is our one-way communication channel. So it's where I let you know about this training. It's where we let you know about our Wednesday wisdom that's going to be tonight. It's where we let you know about the Monday calls and about sales and about just different things. Maybe we have a big call coming on Saturday. You're going to see it all over on Telegram. So that's just one way where we can push out information to you. There's also a Telegram boosting group, and that group is used where you can copy your post from Facebook, paste it into the boosting group in order to get more love on your post that you put out there. The next two items on here are Facebook groups. First is Circle of Health, and this is a customer group. It's purely for customers. Obviously, you can use it with your brand partners, but all of the conversation in there is customer safe, right? So you got to think about, you're going to add your prospects to that group. So the minute I hand somebody a box of drops, I'm going to add them to Circle of Health. I'm going to tag them in the Getting Started video that Dr. Crystal has pinned in the featured. That's going to show them how to use the group, but it's also going to bring them into our community. It's going to allow somebody else to be the expert on the drop so that they can get all of their questions answered. It's going to allow them to search in there and find a ton of information and recipes and what kind of creamer to put in their coffee. So all of the important things, right, are all can be found in Circle of Health. Now I'm going to add a caveat with that as well. These are your prospects. So these are the people that you've personally added that you work to go sell them a box of drops. And these are other people's prospects. So we want to make sure that we're being very respectful in there, that we make sure that when people fill in the form to join the group, that they put your name. Why? Because we want to protect you, that when somebody goes and they say, so Christy, let's say you add somebody to Circle of Health. If they say that Christy added them and they go and they ask for, maybe they want some power boost or what protein powder or whatever they can get, well, then we'll say, well, Christy is the one that can hook you up. She's going to make sure that you get some Pure Nourish. So that customer is going to stay with you, right? So that allows you to be protected in there. So do make sure that they fill in the form and that they say who added them to the group. Now, next is Partner Code Nation, and this is for our brand partners. And I say I'm a little mushy, so just know that about me. This is where we're going to love on you. That is my favorite thing to do. Every week we post the rank advancements, people that reach gold and ultimate. We're going to talk about that in a moment. All of the excitement that people do in this business, we're going to post and share in Partner Code Nation. So obviously we share information in there, but a big part of that is to celebrate, and we want to celebrate you. And the only way we can do that is if you are in that group. So please make sure you're in Partner Code Nation and make sure you're adding your teammates as your team grows so that we can go love on you. And lastly is the Partner Code Share app. So this is the app directly from the company, and they're going to put out the Monday night calls. They're going to put out when products are in loyalty or on sale. They're going to share with us all the information that we need. There's a ton of tools, there's trainings. It's a great resource for you to have downloaded on your phone. So just make sure you have all of that in your tool belt. Now, the second line are some events that we want to invite you to. These are Zooms that we do some every day, some every week, that are just a part of growing with Partner Co. Obviously, everything is voluntary. So if you can't be on, that's okay. We do record 2 of those. And so you can always find them on Brent Palmer's YouTube channel, or hopefully you can join us live. But the first one is Coach's Corner. And this is 15 minutes that we do Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. Central Time. That's just a little bit of positivity, a little bit of self-development. We pick a word of the day and we do a positive message around it just to help people start their day in the right mindset. Next, Monday through Friday again at 9:15, running until about 10 o'clock, is the IPA Zoom. And this is a Zoom that if you can only do one thing in a week, right? If you're like, I don't have time for anything, jump on this one because it's our cheat code, right? If you think about video games where people will like get cheats or whatever, I'm not a huge video game, so I might not be using the terminology just right, but you get the point. These are the tips and tricks. So what is working today, they're going to tell us about tomorrow so we can all copy it. So let's just pretend that I made a post today that went gangbusters, right? I said something special on it and I had 10 people say, I need that right now. I sold, 10 boxes of drops. I had 4 people join my business, whatever, right? Like I did something big today. Well, I would get on there tomorrow and tell you all about it. And not to brag, but so you can copy it. So that's why I say it's a great way to cheat. It's a great way where we can hit the accelerate button on our business. We can hear what's working so that we can go implement it. And then Wednesday Wisdom, we do every Wednesday night. And that is where it's similar to the IPA in that we figure out what's working and then we tell you about it, but usually a little bit more conversation. So the IPA might be, 30 people are going to share their tips. Wednesday Wisdom, we might have 1 or 2 where they will go through, okay, this is how I did a big thing. Let me tell you about it. And so that's every single Wednesday, 8 p.m. Central Time. And we would love for you to join us. So next thing is our social launch. And this is what we do. It's right now we have 6 weeks worth of posts for all of us to do our social launch. And this is really how we grow our pipeline. This is how we grow our funnel. Like a lot of times in this industry, people will say, well, you can get leads here, you can get leads here, you can buy, you can, right? And people will try to sell us different things. Well, I'll tell you, this is completely free and it's going to get you hot leads. And what is that going to do? Well, it's going to grow your business. It's going to get you Golden Ultimate. Our goal is to do that in your first 4 Fridays. What is Golden Ultimate? Well, it's what maximizes the comp plan. It's what allows you to earn 30% every time somebody joins your team or every time a customer purchases from you. And then it also allows you to earn gold status, which allows you to earn match pay in depth. And we don't go a lot into detail on that, but I'll tell you, it's one of the most exciting parts of our comp plan, because if you help somebody, right, go earn a paycheck, well, you're going to earn 15% of that paycheck. And it doesn't subtract from theirs, it adds. So it's just a great way for us to be incentivized for helping our team. So how do we earn that? We grow our business from whatever PV that you started, and maybe you started with 0 PV. Maybe you started with a 4-pack of drops, so you've got 208. Maybe you started with 30 drops, so you're already there at 1,500 PV. But we're going to grow from whatever it is up to 1,500 PV in our first 4 Fridays. And we do that through this social launch. So what does it look like? We post twice a day. Now, Facebook says the most eyeballs are on social media at 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. But I'm going to add a little something to that. And I'm going to say, if you can't be on social media at 9 and 3, well, then your post really shouldn't be either, because the way that you're going to get more engagement is to do a little bit of socializing about the 10 to 15 minutes before you do each of your posts. So for me personally, I do 10 and 4 because I know that I can schedule 15 minutes before those times to go play on Facebook. What does that look like? I wish people happy birthday, right? Happy anniversary, congratulations, cute cat, right? Just all of the things that you would normally do on Facebook back before it was a business for you, right? We're just going to go love on people outside of Partner Co Nation for the 15 minutes before we make our post. Then we're going to go make our post. And then what I do is I click the 3 little dots below my post. I'm going to copy that and go post it in one of the boosting groups. And then I'm going to go take the 10 minutes after I post to go love on the people inside Partner Co Nation. So anybody in Partner Co that responds on my post, I'm going to go respond to them. I'm going to go take 5 or 10 of the posts before I posted mine, and I'm going to go love on them. But I'm going to stay on Facebook for a little bit, just loving on other people. Now, obviously, this is all voluntary, right? Loving on the other people. But I'll tell you, we get what we give. So if we give a lot of love to different people in Partner Co, we're going to get a lot of love as well. That helps boost our post to more people, more eyeballs, which means more sales. So we're going to do that twice a day at 2 times that work best for you. Now we're going to start getting some results, right? We're going to Oops. Okay, we're going to hope that I just unplugged my laptop. That's okay. But we're going to use the script. So we're going to have people, comment right there on our post. But typically they're not going to ask a lot of questions right there. And that's good because we want to keep curiosity. We're not going to answer a lot of questions right on our post. We're going to put a heart on them. And then we're going to go and we're going to say, oh, hey, lady, I got you. I'll send you a message, something like that. So we're going to comment there. but the excitement, all the information is going to go happen in our private message, and either on text if you've got their number, or in Messenger if you're working on social media. But we're going to use the scripts and we're not going to change them. And that was the hardest part for me, because I'm like, well, I would say it differently, right? I wouldn't talk like that. But I'll tell you, when I bought into the system, I saw my results skyrocket. So use the scripts. All the questions are going to be answered for you. So go take some time in boards and check them out. Because when people ask you, we've got a message. When people say, how much are they? We've got a message. When they ask, does this work with my prescription? We've got an answer. It's a little expensive. We've got a solution, right? So all of that is built into boards. So go get familiar with those scripts, because you'd be shocked at all the information that's in there. Now, once you've moved that box, we're going to add them to Circle of Health, and we're going to tag them in Dr. Crystal's Let's Get Started video. 1, so they're connected to you. 2, so they're part of the community and they understand that they can ask questions, they can do all of that, and their journey is set up properly. And then as we gather these customers, we're going to follow up weekly. So what does that look like? What is my flow with customers? What I recommend to be your flow with customers? This is what I recommend for everybody. So the minute they have their drops, I ship most of mine. I use Pirate Ship. It saves me money, makes it easy. So you can look into that. It's on boards. It's free. All you do is pay for the shipping, and it's going to save you money over what the post office can do for you. And they'll pick it up right off your porch. Okay. So I ship most of mine. So I set a reminder when it tells me they're going to get it. So if I shipped Denise a box of drops and it tells me it's going to be 3 days before she gets it, well, I'm going to send her getting started text in 3 days. If I handed Jody her box, well, I'm going to send her a getting started text right then and there, so that they know how to use the product the minute they have it. Okay. Next, we're going to invite our customers to Circle of Health. And then after that, we're going to follow up with them throughout their journey. So week 1, and I do all of this with Siri. So I literally say, hey, Siri, remind me in 4 days that Denise is going to get her box. And it will remind me. And she's trying to set it up. And then I say, hey, Siri, remind me 1 week from today that it's Denise's week 1. And then week 2, week 3. So I have clues on where I'm at in their follow-up journey. But then every morning, I literally get a list of reminders from my phone. And I just work through them real quick in the mornings, make sure everybody gets their text messages that are on boards. And then I move on. Okay. So week 1. This is going to be a super generic text, because I want them to feel comfortable kind of telling me the good and the bad, right? So it just says something along the lines of, hey, just checking on you, how those drops treating you, right? Just super neutral. And if they come back and say, oh my gosh, I keep forgetting to take them, well, I'm going to solve that problem, right? I'm going to say, set some alarms in your phone. If they come back and say, ooh, I've got a little bit of a headache every day, I'm not sure what's going on, I'm going to solve that problem. And if I don't know the answer, I'm going to go search in Circle of Health for headache. And I'm going to see a bunch of people say, you're not drinking enough water, go drink some water, right? Whatever the issue is, I'm having a hard time with breakfast. I'm going to run over to Circle of Health and I'm going to search breakfast ideas. And I'm going to throw some answers back at my customer. Okay. I might even just tag them in the post on Circle of Health. But week 1, I'm setting them up for success. I'm overcoming any problems so that when I reach out to them on week 2, I'm reaching out for a win. Okay. And that is a very different text. You'll see it in there where I am literally saying, all right, tell me the good news. How are you benefiting from these drops? What are the wins? Right. And whatever they come back with, well, and they're going to come back with something. It may not be, a billion huge things, right? But it might be, well, you know what? I'm sleeping better. Got a little bit more energy, and I'm less irritated with my husband, right? And I'm going to say, congratulations. I'm so happy for your win. I know consistency is key. You're going to want to reorder. Are you a 1, 2, or 3? And again, those scripts are right there in boards for the week 3 follow-up and the win follow-up. Sorry, that was week 2. Okay, sorry. Now let's say that week 2, they didn't have a win, or I skipped it, right? I missed it. Well, week 3, we've got a script for that as well, where it's going to say, you're almost out of drops. Are you ready for another box? When they say yes, we send them the 1, 2, 3 reorder. So 1 means they're going to get it from me. 2, they want to save. 3, they want to save and earn. And for 2 or 3, you're going to grab whoever shared the drops with you, your 2x2 running mate person, and we're going to go chat with your customer to set them up an account and help them get, either a box or a 4-pack or a 10-pack, depending on what their goals are, right? So that's week 3. Now let's just pretend we make it all the way to week 4, and we do not have a script for week 4, and here's why. Because maybe we made it to week 4 and they ghosted us the entire time. Anybody else have that? Where somebody bought a box of drops and then they like fell off the planet. So maybe they loved it, maybe they hated it, maybe they never took it. I have no idea. So I'm just going to love on them. Hey, lady, I'm so glad you chose to buy from me. You may want some more, just let me know. But I hope you loved them, right? I'm just going to be super generic. Maybe they hit all their goals and they're like, I don't need it anymore because I lost 30 pounds. That'd be a little crazy in a month, but whatever. And I'm feeling fantastic and I'm done. Well, I would keep on them, but whatever. If you choose not to, I'm going to love on you. I'm going to say, stay in Circle of Health. We need those crazy fast, wins. Stay in there. Give people advice because you killed it. Maybe they hated everything about us. Maybe they're like, I want to eat Twinkies all day long. And if I can't have my Twinkies and my Diet Pepsi 3 times a day and feel better, then I don't want it. Well, then I'm going to say, great, love you for that. Good luck with that. And I'm going to say, stay in Circle of Health because maybe you'll find that one tip that will help you feel a little bit better with your Twinkie diet. Stay in there. We want to keep you in there. Maybe we can help you at a later date, regardless, because we never know. I have so many people come back to me 3 months down the line, 6 months down the line that either loved everything, but wanted again, hated everything, but wanted again. So just leave them with a good taste in their mouth. We're not going to be like, well, forget you then, right? We're going to love on them in week 4. So that's really our customer flow. And that ends the beginning portion of our getting started training. And I'm going to share real quick my phone number. Sorry, right here. So if you didn't see it in the chat, go ahead and grab it right here. Take a screenshot. I'm going to stop my share. Hopefully you grabbed that fast enough. I'm going to stop the recording.